Okay, we are up and running. Well, it's July 8th and it's 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we are so happy that you found us tonight to join us. We are going to be working with Forever Fern, and we have two great cards to make with this. This is such a versatile stamp set. We absolutely love it. And of course, we have the dies as well. So if you're watching the rebroadcast, would you take a moment to please comment and let us know what you thought about the cards tonight? And we hope that all those watching us will decide to chat with us. Well, while we're waiting for some other people to jump on, I just want to tell you what we did. My brother and his wife took Maudie and I to the Roswell Alien Festival. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. It's just a few hours from where we live. And well, I think we saw an alien. I don't know about you, but you can tell me, what do you think? I don't know. We saw these people in the parade and there they were. There they were. I think they look like aliens to me. What about you? Now, I also want to show you the shirts that Maudie and I painted for the whole group. We had our alien shirts on and we had our funny glasses. So it was really a lot of fun. They had some serious meetings where they all talked about aliens and abduction and things like that. We didn't go to those. We just went to the fun things and went to their museums and stuff. So we had a really good time. So I just wanted to share that with you. Now, let's go ahead and head down to the crafting table and let's get started crafting our two cards. Okay, I'm going to show you the card we're going to make. This is a double Z fold, so we're going to make that one first. And stay with us because at the end we have 4 cards to show you that, are just so pretty. And they're stamped ink and paper, super easy. And, just to give some life to this stamp set in case you need some new ideas. So let's go ahead and make this one. The first thing you need to do is go ahead and get your card, your A2 card cut. And remember, all of the dimensions will be listed over on, where is it? Over on Creative Moments by G.com. So you can head over there tomorrow and you'll be able to get all the dimensions on how to do these cards. But the first thing you need to do when you have an A2 card is you take the front area and you go ahead and you fold it back. You just fold it on itself. So here we go. We're going to use our bone folder to give it a really good crease. And I like to go ahead and get our, well, no, I'm going to wait until we put that in because we're going to stamp something right here and we don't want to get it on the green. So we went ahead and we used this beautiful, oh, isn't that gorgeous, designer series paper. And we're going to lay that down. Okay. Now the next thing we need to do is we have our panel right here already cut, right? But I want to show you a tip. Now let's say you accidentally put this a little crooked. So when you stamp it, you've already cut this out using your rectangle dies. And then you stamp it and look what happened. I stamped it, it's crooked. I thought, that's okay, I'll turn it over on the back. Well, it's even worse on the back, right? So my tip to you is this. Go ahead and get it stamped on your paper and leave your paper big. That's what I did. So we're going to go ahead and stamp it. Give yourself enough room. And that way it doesn't matter if it's crooked or not. You don't have to worry about it. You can now put your shape over it, get it lined up exactly where you want it, and run it through your trimmer, right? Now look, it's straight. We don't have to worry about it. And all is well. So I'm going to get some dimensionals, bring in our piece, and I just think this makes such a pretty card. So let's go ahead and just raise this up. on some dimensionals. And now we're going to put this right here. Now, the tip for this is you need to make sure and only put your dimensionals right here on this side. So what I do is I get it where I want it, and then I just flip it upside down so that I know they need to be right there. Because you want it to open and close, and if you get it in the wrong place, it's not going to work. So we just go ahead and put this down, get it centered. Now we are going to take our map that we have for the inside, and we're going to just stamp a few of the greens at the bottom just to give it some flair, right? So let's bring that in. Oh. And this is one of the new in colors. And you know, we didn't like it, but it really does have its place in several of the cards. It really turns out quite pretty. And we'll just give it a little bit of some Granny Apple. Okay, now we're going to get this laid down right in the inside. And you have a beautiful card. So easy to make. Okay, the next card that we're going to make is just a stamp, ink, and paper. Very simple, and yet it's such a wonderful presentation. The first thing you need to do is go ahead and decide how big you need your circle. This is going to be used as a mat. So we're going to take our A2 card. We have a mat, our first mat that we've cut to the appropriate dimensions. Now we've cut another one, and this is where we're going to put our design. Now we have seen this done many, many times, but it's just such a beautiful card. We just had to go ahead and do it. So cut this the size that you need for your sentiment, and go ahead and center it right in the middle of the card. Now we put just a little bit of tape on the back so it'll get held right in place right where we need it. So we'll just put that down. And now what's really great about Forever Fern, I don't know if you have this stamp set or if you have it but you've not thought about it. They actually have a right and a left one of these leaves. We're going to create a wreath, and we're also going to use the little bubbles, the little speckles that they have, and it is so pretty. So the first thing we're going to do is take out our Granny Apple Green, and we're just going to start stamping around it. We're going to do a 12, a 6, a 3, and a 9. So get it going the right way. We're going to stamp right here at the 3. Now we're going to turn it just a little bit and stamp it at the 9. Okay, we're going to get it down here at the 6. And now we're going to fill in these spots right here. So I'm going to clean this off. Now we're going to just fill in, and we're going to do this one. Okay. And we're going to stamp right here. We're going to stamp, let's see, on this side. And you know what? It really doesn't matter if you mess up, because you can just always get you some more. I'm going to go ahead and just put one right here, kind of over it. And now I'm going to bring in pumpkin pie. Oh my goodness. One right there. We need one right here. One right there. And we need one right here. Now look at that. You can tell that it's going to be pretty, right? And we didn't even have to have a wreath builder. We just used our mat to go ahead and create that ourselves. So are you ready for the great reveal? Let's take this off and see. Oh, look at that. Now we're taking it a step further. Now is where some more magic comes in. We are taking the watercolor shape, the circle. We're going to take some pale papaya and we are going to stamp right in there. And what we love about this is it really gives you that textured look, right? And just hold it down just to give it that extra variation of color, right? Oh my gosh, we just love it. Look at that. You put it down and it just knows exactly where to leave the textured areas. And now you can come in with your sentiment, which our sentiment is to a friend that makes me smile. We're going to go ahead and do the rich raspberry. And then when we bring in the speckles, it just makes it so lovely. Wait till you see the font. It's so pretty. Oh, now look. Isn't that pretty? Now we have to ask ourselves, what do we want to do? Do we want to do oranges, yellows? Okay, so maybe we will use the granny apple to keep it light because it is summer. So we'll go ahead and just bring in. It just adds to it. Oh my goodness. And you know something else that makes it pretty is when you mat it, right? You bring in that additional mat. So we're going to go ahead and just get a little bit. And on this one, I think we'll just go ahead and raise it up on dimensionals. Now look at this. So pretty. Now we need to do something to the inside though before we put it down. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up those leaves. And I think I'll do some maybe pumpkin pie at the very top. And I'm going to clean that off. And maybe just pick up some rich raspberry. I love that. I love the name of it too, don't you? Rich raspberry. That's even a pretty name. We'll bring in that, and then we'll bring in just a few speckles. Let's see. Let's just do one more up at the top. Just right there. And now we are ready to glue it in. So let's look at these cards. We have this beautiful card. We used our DSP very quick, just some quick stamping, and there you have it. We use this to create that focal point, and I think this really adds to it. The textured watercolor shape, I think, is so pretty. And now we have this other one. We used very different colors. We used Poppy Parade and Calypso Coral. And this one, we actually stamped it and raised it up on dimensionals. And then look, I think it really adds to it when you put those speckles in there, don't you? Now, look at this one. We wanted to do something a little different. So here we brought our focal point up into the corner and we cascaded our leaves down. So we have thank you. These are the moments we'll look back on with joy. And then we just cascaded some of the leaves right here. Now we have this one. Of course, we love the granny apple and the rich raspberry. It's so pretty together. This one was flat, so our focal point is just stamped down. We used our stamps again, and now we have the star of the show. We used the cutouts. Look at this. We cut it out. We stamped it and then cut these out, used this as our focal point, raised it up on dimensionals, and we found some DSP in a party pack, and we used that with just the little polka dots on it. This rich raspberry and granny apple green, rich raspberry and granny apple green is so pretty. It just makes it pop. This is the star of the show. Well, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. And we just hope you had a great time. Remember, we have our bingo on July 22nd. We have 3 people, and whether we have 3, 5, or 10, we are going to have our bingo game because we are ready to have some fun. We are also going to be giving the PDFs of the cards that we make, and those will not be anywhere else. So for your registration fee, you're going to get those 2 PDFs for the cards and the items that we're going to make. So we're going to have fun doing that too. So listen, go out, have a fantastic, tomorrow's Friday, right? Have a fantastic Friday. Be kind to yourself and others, and be creative in your crafting. And we'll see you hopefully on July 22nd. Bye-bye.